In this video we take a look at one of the most popular mid-range Android phones, the Samsung Galaxy Ace. Now, the Ace has a nice feel and a nice look to it. I really like the look of it, but obviously that's personal opinion. And although it doesn't feel like it's made with really expensive materials, it does feel to have a solid build and feels nice in the hand. The size is pretty much the perfect size for most people. So as you can see, you can take the back cover off and you can remove and replace the battery as you like, which isn't always possible on a lot of new phones nowadays. And it does use a normal sized SIM card. So the screen is a 3.5-inch screen with a resolution of 320 by 480 pixels, which isn't quite high, and it did concern me a little bit. But once I started using it, the resolution of the screen was not an issue at all. It's really easy to read text, and it's a decent looking screen. Although the resolution on paper is quite low, it does the job perfectly in my opinion. So it runs Android 2.3.3 with Samsung's TouchWiz over it, so you can see some cool stuff that you can do here. It won't be upgradable to Ice Cream Sandwich, which is a shame, but it doesn't bother me that much because you can do some pretty cool stuff on this. So I'll just show you some stuff you can do. You can get quite a few home screens and you could pinch out to show them all and then go straight to one a lot quicker. And you can create folders like I showed you there. Although you can't just drag an app on top of an app to make a folder like you can on some phones, you can still create folders, so it's still quite useful. As you can see there, I've put something in a folder. You could put quite a few things in there. So if you hold the main button in the middle, it opens a task manager, which is pretty cool too. If you want to exit out of your apps and free up some space, then that's a really easy and convenient way to do that. So I'm glad they put that in there because I hate it when it's hard to get to the task manager. Now the power of this phone concerned me a little bit too on paper. It has a 800 megahertz processor and only 278 megabytes of RAM, which really doesn't sound like a lot to me. And although this is a pretty cheap phone, a mid-range or less expensive Android phone, I thought it was going to be really sluggish. But I'm showing you now, I'm on the browser, which is the main thing people want to do on this type of phone. And it's actually not that bad. I use a much more powerful Android phone, and I expected this to be really frustrating and slow, but it actually wasn't bad at all. You can see here I'm pinching to zoom. I'm zooming in, you can get right in there. Even with the lowish resolution screen, you can read that it looks really good. And you pinch the zoom out, it's not the fastest, but it's by no means frustrating. And we'll just click this video here and see how it loads. So that loaded straight away, works perfectly fine. The speed, to be honest, to do day-to-day stuff wasn't an issue while I was using this phone, so I was really impressed with that. Mainly because I expected it to be really slow. So some more statistics. Memory wise, it comes with a micro SD slot. The internal memory isn't really all that, but it does come with a 2 gigabyte memory card, and you can upgrade that to up to 32 gigabytes. It comes with a 5 megapixel camera, and it records VGA video, but there's no front facing camera, and for that price it's not really too much of a big deal to not have a front facing camera. So overall, a pretty decent phone. There are some better Sony Ericsson phones, which I'll put some details about below, within the price range, but generally if you're looking to try out an Android phone or a smartphone in general, then this is definitely one to consider.